Hello, my book-loving friends, and welcome back to Storytime with Mary. This is where we get to read all of our favourite books. And if you're loving reading along with Mary, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our videos so that we can read together all the time. Book lovers, I've got another really exciting book for you today. Today, we're going to be reading a book from a series of books about 9 cats and their awesome adventures. Today's book is called The 9 Cats Go to the Jungle. This book is written by Callum Johnston and Linda Johnston and is illustrated by Jacqueline T. So if you've got 9 cats go to the jungle at home, grab it now and let's read it together. And while you're grabbing your feline book, I want to tell you a fun fact about cats. Obviously, did you know, book lovers, that your normal house cat at home, your common house cat, is actually 95.6% tiger? That's true. Book lovers, your cat has almost the same gene makeup. So your genes, you know what your genes are? Their makeup. You, basically. And tigers have 95.6% of the same genes as cats do. Did you know that? I know that they're cousins, but they're very close cousins. And actually, that's why they have a lot of the same characteristics, although they may be slightly less aggressive than a tiger. Have you grabbed your book, The 9 Cats Go to the Jungle? So shall we see what they get up to? Once upon a time, there were 9 cats called Polly, Molly, Daisy, Millie, Milo, Monty, Charlotte, Stella and Tiger. It was a lovely warm day, so Charlotte suggested going out into the garden. Millie said, "Great idea, let's head outside." Out they all went into the lovely warm weather. They could hear the birds singing and the bees buzzing. Suddenly, Milo shouted, "What's that over there?" Everyone looked and saw where he was pointing and saw a mound of dirt with a hole in it. Milo went over and jumped into the hole and disappeared. Everyone gasped. Tiger shouted, "Where did he go? Where is he?" "I don't know," said everyone sadly. Molly said, "We can't just leave him like that." And with that, she jumped into the hole as well and disappeared. Monty declared, "We have to go in and help them. Whatever's happened, we need 1 or 2 of us to stay behind in case we need help from here." Poppy and Stella put their paws up and said, "We'll stay." They felt more scared than brave at this point. "Okay," said Monty, "stay near this hole in case we need to shout back for help." And with that, they all jumped into the hole. Once they were inside the hole, they shrieked with laughter as they went down what felt like a big slide. When they reached the bottom, they found themselves in a big leafy green space. As they sat there, dazed and puzzled about what had just happened, they heard, "Thank goodness you're here." They turned round and saw Molly and Milo. "We were so scared. Where did you think we were?" asked Milo. Monty looked around and listened to all the noises and said, "I think we're in the jungle." At that, he heard, "I think we're in a jungle," being repeated in a squawky voice. "I think we're in a jungle. I think we're in a jungle." Everyone spun around and saw a large bird with beautiful colours through its feathers, looking back at them from a tree branch. Monty said, "That's a parrot." He'd seen them on television while he was learning about nature. The parrot repeated his words back, and they all laughed. The parrot looked at them and asked, "What animals are you?" They all said together that they were cats. Monty said, "We came down a hole and just ended up here." "Interesting," said the parrot. "I'm just having some lunch here. Would you like some nuts and fruits?" Milo piped up. That's kind, but no thank you. Our food comes from a tin. All the cats agreed with him. Daisy said to everyone, do you want to look around this place now that we're here? Everyone agreed immediately. Daisy turned to the parrot and asked, will you come with us, please, and help us find our way around? I would love to, said the parrot. How exciting, having visitors with me. So they all set off for a walk in the jungle. Soon they heard a strange sound, ribbit, 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 followed by a squawking, ribbit, ribbit. Everyone looked around and Molly said, parrot, stop copying. What was that sound? Do you know? The sound went again before the parrot could answer, and they all turned around and saw a little slimy green animal. Can you guess what it is? Monty piped up, it's a frog. This is the first time I've seen one for real. Parrot said, these are my new friends. They're an animal called a cat, and their names are Molly, Maisie, Millie, Milo, Monty, Charlotte and Tiger. Frog looked at everyone and said, you're all my friends too then. I'm having some lunch of worms and flies. Would you like some? Parrot replied, thank you, Frog, but I'll stick with my nuts and fruits. Tiger spoke up for all the cats and said, no thank you. Our food comes from a tin. No problem, said Frog. You don't know what you're missing. Charlotte piped up. Who wants to move on even further now? Parrot and Frog thought that was a wonderful idea, and all the cats agreed. Everyone started to move on again. They walked a little further with their new friends, Parrot and Frog. Suddenly, Tiger gave a squeal and said he saw leaves moving as if they were walking along the ground. The parrot copied what he said, and everyone shouted, stop copying, Parrot! Daisy piped up, Tiger, leaves can't walk. You're just imagining it. They then heard a squeaky voice. Leaves can't walk, but we can. They all looked down to the ground and saw these tiny bugs everywhere. These are ants, Monty told everyone. Yes, said the squeaky ant. We're carrying these leaves to our house. Parrot and Frog said, these are visitors called cats. They told them their names. I am stopping for lunch soon, said the ant. You're welcome to share some of my bugs and leaves. No, thank you, said Parrot. I like my nuts and fruits. Frog said, I'm full up from eating worms. And Millie said, we just eat from a tin. Suit yourselves, said Ant. I must get back to my friends. We work so hard as a team. That's a shame, said Tiger. We would love for you to come with us for a little while. They then heard another squeaky sound, and it was the leader of the ant team. On you go, little one. We can spare you for a little while. Be back soon, though. Yippee, said Ant. I hardly get time off. And with that, they all walked on. As they were walking along, they heard a little voice. Hello, are you new here? Never seen you before. Everyone looked around and saw a little green animal resting on a large leaf. It got up and walked along the branch, turning brown as it did so. This is my friend Chameleon, said Parrot. He can change himself into many colours. Amazing! Exclaimed everyone, apart from Monty, because he already knew. It just comes naturally to me, said Chameleon. These are my friends, said Parrot. They are an animal called a cat. Their names are Molly, Daisy, Millie, Milo, Monty, Charlotte and Tiger. The Chameleon said that they were also his friends too. Would you like to stay for lunch? I'm having yummy locusts and grasshoppers. No, thank you, said Parrot. I'll stick to my fruit and nuts. I'm still full from my worms, said Frog. And I'm full with leaves, said Ant. We only eat from a tin, said Milo. Okay, Just thought I would ask, said Chameleon. We're showing our new friends the cats around the jungle, said Parrot. Would you like to come with us? I certainly would, said Chameleon, and he changed his colour to a happy pink. And with that, they all set off again. On they walked again, taking in the sights and sounds of the jungle. Parrot was copying some of the sounds of the jungle and getting on everyone's nerves, just a little bit. Just ahead, they eventually saw a huge space. I think something dangerous could live there, said Monty. I saw one on my television programmes that all sorts of wild animals could live in places like this. Maybe even huge gorillas. Gorilla! Shrieked Parrot, flapping his feathers in alarm. Calm down, Parrot, said Monty. I was only saying. No, really, said Parrot. Look, quickly, it's heading towards us. Tiger went and hid behind a bush. Everyone scattered to find a place to hide. Unfortunately, Millie wasn't fast enough and caught up by the huge animal. The gorilla wondered aloud what this was and if it might be a tasty snack. Molly and Monty came out of their hiding place and shouted, "Put her down right now!" Parrot was flapping above them and shouted loudly, "Leave her alone!" The gorilla put Millie to his mouth, but the next thing she knew, she was catapulted across the ground. A passing bear had heard all the commotion and saw what was happening and pounced on the gorilla, pinning him to the ground. This is all getting a bit dramatic. Millie lay on the ground, unable to open her eyes. She was so scared. Daisy ran over and pulled Millie to safety. The bear held the gorilla down and shouted, "Everyone, start running to safety." "I'll hold him down." Ant said, "I'll stay here and help Bear. I can bite really hard." Everyone started running fast and shouted back to Bear and Ant, thank you so much." When they felt safe, they stopped to catch their breath. Frog and Chameleon said, "It's been really nice meeting you all. We're going to go a different way now." They all said their goodbyes. Parrot then said to the cats, "Follow me. I'll lead you to where I met you." They all followed Parrot and eventually came back to the spot and saw the hole they had come from. Parrot said, "You should go back into that hole and try to get home. You're safer there." The cats all agreed and walked towards the hole. Charlotte said, "It's been really nice meeting you, Parrot. We'll miss you." "I'll miss you too," said Parrot. The cats walked towards the hole and could hear noises from it. They could hear Poppy saying, "They're taking ages." Then they heard Stella's voice saying, "Where are they?" They looked into the hole and were astonished to see that the slope that they slid down had turned the other way and they could slide back again. They said a final farewell to Parrot and got back into the hole and slid back to the garden. Poppy and Stella were so happy to see them back and everyone hugged. They looked at the hole and gasped as it disappeared before their eyes. "What happened in there?" asked Poppy. There was the noise of a tin being opened in the house. "Tell you over dinner," said Monty, and they all bounded into the kitchen. The end. Oh, book lovers, I love that story about the 9 cats. Well, actually, only 7 went into the jungle, didn't they? Because 2 stayed behind because they were too scared. And I love their adventures. And one of them almost got eaten by a gorilla. Book lovers, I really hope you enjoyed that book as much as I did. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our videos. And then we can read together again next time. Okay, see you next time. Bye.